universities, they might be offering a similar program, which is a PSW or caregiver program, but they do have a component where you have to have on-site training or some kind of practical completed at employer's place. At CAM College, we don't have that online course specifically, and also in-person course. It doesn't have any such requirement. So you don't have to worry about completing it online. In lieu of that, we have our own assessments, which are based on assignments and practicums, and they'll be completed while you're studying the program. And another beauty about this online version we have, everything is online. Like Donna said, it is self-study. It is actually 100% self-study. So you don't have to worry about attending in person, attending a course or class in person at the campus or at any time. You don't have to go for exam anywhere. So we have all exams and assignments done online. We do have live lectures. So if you have time, mostly our live lectures are online. They are recorded and they are on Saturdays and Sundays. And why it is important? Because we have students from all over the world, and we also have majority of the students taking our PSW program in Canada. That means they already are working as PSW somewhere. So they are full-time on a work permit. So now, the law does allow people to actually work, especially if they are here on a foreign worker program, like a work permit, but they can still study online besides their work hours. So that's exactly the way we have scheduled our online program. So it is not conflicting between your work hours and your study hours, and you can still study without getting a new study program at the CAM College. Last but not least, well, tuition payments. We don't have any requirements to pay a tuition fee upfront at all. So you can pay the tuition fees in installments, and you actually are the one who will decide whether to pay the fee on 3 months basis, 6 months basis, or even on 12 months basis and without any interest. We do have, like Donna said, a bursary, which is a kind of scholarship. It is a grant, which we announced actually lately. Unfortunately, it is ending today. Today is the last day for the grant, which is $1,000, but especially only for Donna and her firm. We have extended that period for another 7 days. So anyone actually who will be coming to the college or applying to the college through Donna, we do recognize and appreciate Donna's affiliation with the college, and definitely she has an account with us. So anyone who is submitting application through Donna, they will be mentioning her name in the application form. The application form is online, it's free, and then it'll be assigned to Donna, and she will take care of you. One last thing. I think it is very important to understand that the role and the scope of the college business is to deliver education. College is in no way is involved in any legal consultation and also legal representation. But at the same time, we do understand it is very important to have a legal professional like Donna on your side to take care of all legal matters. And when we're talking about the law, we're talking about the immigration law. So definitely you are here to live in Canada permanently or settle in Canada permanently. This program, which is education program, is one of the way. And one last thing I would like to tell you, if you may have some question in mind. Legally, the definition of a post-secondary school certificate, which is required to apply for immigration application, especially for caregivers and PSWs in Canada. Yes, our program does meet that requirement. It does meet all elements of like number of hours and weeks and duration. It's a full academic year program, and it does meet the requirement for PSW to be considered for the permanent resident application as opposed to secondary school certificate or a post-secondary school diploma. That's pretty much it about our college and admission. Our college, website address is very simple. It is cancollege.ca. Like I said, admission application and the process, everything is online. It is free. You don't have to pay to apply and get a decision. And then once a decision is made, it is related to you also. It is also related to your legal counsel, like Ms. Donna, and then she will take care of you.
Okay, Mohammed, thank you for all of those very good information. Let me correct you. My name is Corazon, and Dana, lovely Dana, is my assistant.
I didn't know that. What I see actually on your, this Zoom, your name is appearing as Donna Luna. So
Mhm.
I do see your name too as Corazon,
It's
but
Corazon,
this is
Corazon
our
Dina.
first time that we're having this live session.
Yes,
So please
that's
accept my
fine.
apologies if I'm not
Not a
actually,
problem.
pronouncing your name well. But good to know you. Thank you very much, Miss
Okay,
Corazon.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay, I have some few questions here, Mohammed, if you don't mind.
Please go ahead.
Okay, so how long is this online course? What is the duration period of this online course? Let's say they started this month. For how long it will last, and when will be the, let's say, upon successful completion of this course duration? When will be the diploma be issued, or is there anything that they have to know? Because all they have to accomplish and establish is they have completed a 1 year post-secondary course, which you have confirmed that this is recognized by the Canadian government as 1 year post-secondary education.
Thank you for asking this wonderful question. First of all, let me tell you that this program is 850 hours long. So the way we are delivering this program online and in person, both ways, is that we have divided on the basis of calculation where we anticipate and we expect that a student will be spending approximately 4 to 5 hours a day to study this program. It could be self-study, it could be in class. So if we calculate this time, and this is exactly how the programs are approved and delivered, we believe like excluding Saturday and Sundays, and we don't have classes or lectures on Fridays. So this program will be delivered in approximately 11 months or so. So the way it works is this: each course, this program has approximately, I can tell you, 22 courses. Each course has its own delivery and exam. So you complete one course, you're assessed on that, and you complete an online exam on that, and you move on to the next course. So that's how you complete the course. At the end of the final course, which is done on the 11th month or so, you will, by the way, know your exam results of each course at the end of each course. So you will know where you're heading, you're passing or failing, whatever the case may be, right actually almost every month. So there is no way that you will know track or you don't know what you're doing. And college is definitely going to help you. Our target is not to penalize or fail students at all. Rather, our goal is to assist students to understand what training and course requires. And even if there is a fail, we have a policy. There is a fail, of course, about one from one student. We do have a policy to assist them, allow them to retake the exam without taking the whole course again. So there's a lot more which they will learn once they're enrolled and they're getting into that. But your question about when they'll be getting a degree or a diploma, obviously, upon successful completion of all courses, they will be getting a diploma, and it'll be delivered to them in paper form, digitally. They will also get the transcripts of each course. They will also get transcripts of the entire course. College administrative team who's responsible to deliver the program will work with them 24/7. So it is a full academic year. And one more thing for better calculation. For example, we have our recent session starting on 29th of January. So that is called a winter 2020 session. So our next session, so this winter 2029, the 2020 session starting in January 29th, will be ending sometime in February 2022. So now the next session will be on the 29th of May. That is the start date. So 29th of May, and the next session closing diploma or graduation date for that particular session will be approximately 1 year from 29th of May 2021. That's how it is calculated. Now, how soon is good idea for students to apply and get admission and get into the course? If you have a student actually who's in Canada already on a PSW work permit, uh, we will accept admission application and we will process their admission on fast track. And 15 days before the start date of the program is our minimum threshold to accept applications. So that is one thing. But it is highly recommended to apply at least 30 days before the start date of the program if you are in Canada. Now, if you have a student who's overseas, international student outside, for them we do recommend it to have minimum 4 months time from the date they apply and get admission at the CAM college, because the visa offices from country to country may take 3 to 4 months to approve their application.
Okay. So you mentioned it's 850 hours and 4 to 5 hours per day. So would there be a possibility wherein the student is able to exceed, let's say, after the 4 to 5 hours per day, or they could still, if they have time, they could still proceed on the next class?
No, this is not how it is done. So actually, our programs are approved by the Ministry of Education, Ontario. They only not only approve the program, they also approve the schedule. So that's how it is done. And we have class size of approximately 15 to 20 students in each class. And we have highly qualified instructors who are actually teaching this. So the group has to go along together. So it doesn't matter if someone is finishing the course instructions or delivery early. So, for example, if the start date of the first course is 29, and if it is a 50-hour course, so it is going to end according to the schedule, and the exam will be on the last day. So they may finish subs very early, but they cannot move on until they have the final exam.
Oh, that's a very good clarification. Okay, guys, they have really a timetable wherein you could move on to the next module upon completion of this. I mean,
Course
completion of the course for, let's say it's first module, you have to take an exam on this particular date, and after that, and if you have successfully passed that, then we'll move on to the next. Correct,
Yes,
Mohammed?
that's correct. You're right.
Okay. So with regards to the IELTS, because some of our caregivers here have already taken IELTS general, would that be all right instead of IELTS academic?
We do have a policy where, again, it depends upon where the geographically student is residing. We do have in-house English test, which is not actually a full course, but that is only for those who are already in Canada. So we have to divide students in two categories. One category is who's already in Canada working. So with them, actually, they don't have to take any course at all. All we have to do is just interview them and may give them an online English test which they will pass. And it is very simple. It is easy. It's a basic spoken test. And if they pass that, that's it. It doesn't matter. We don't need IELTS at all for that. But
Oh,
if there is someone who's international student overseas, then definitely we want to make sure they understand English and they understand the course and delivery. And for that purpose, we do have either requirement of academic IELTS,
mm.
5.5 minimum score. If they don't have it, no problem. We will register them for our English language program, and that's how they meet the requirements.
What I read on your website, if they don't have this academic language test, um, the general one could be considered. Am I correct?
Like I mentioned, like cons- uh, exceptions are if someone is in Canada.
It's in
Forget
Canada.
about general. We don't even consider IELTS at all. So if someone doesn't
Oh,
have
okay.
IELTS, we don't need it.
All right.
We can test them like our own test. It could be interview, like we're talking today just
Uh-huh.
now.
Okay.
And we believe student understands English, we will accept it.
Okay. So just in case they are ready to apply, and all my group will be able to apply. Are they able to get this bursary grant of the $1,000 and
As I
start on the
mentioned, like
29th?
I'm reading from our website as of today, as the last date it was actually, it is today. But as I mentioned earlier, only for your students,
Oh, perfect.
extending,
Okay,
we are
guys, did you
this for
hear?
another 10 days.
Excuse me, Mr. Mohammed. Did you hear that? So, if you are registering now because we are on live chat, you will be given the chance to start on the 29th. So just submit all the requirements and then register, and we could start. So because if you don't start at in July, January 29, the next program will be in May, correct, Mr. Mohammed?
Correct. It is May 29th. Yes.
May 29. So for those who have already their requirements completed, and if you need assistance, we could discuss that while on a group chat.
There's
Uh,
another,
yes.
sorry to interrupt you, yeah, Ms. Carazon.
Okay.
Now, it's very important to know that if you're a legal professional, you know better than anyone else.
Mhm.
Excuse me.
Okay.
There might be a situation you may have actually work foreign workers in your group
Hmm.
whose work permit is expiring. There might be a possibility, and
Hmm.
they may not get an extension due to not having a job offer, or they're in a very tight situation where they may have missed their renewal of a work permit and something may happen.
Hmm.
We actually work with these kinds of situations a lot. So
Okay.
it's very important to understand if you're enrolled at the CAM College for online program and you're caught in between that situation, we can actually convert your online into in-class, which will allow you to apply for an extension of your stay in Canada under a study permit, which will give you a kind of more option to have your legal status maintained, regardless, whatever the case may be.
Okay.
So just
That's
keep
good
that
to
in mind.
know.
We work a lot with international students, and we have come across lots of similar situations.
Mm. Yeah, so with the girls, they know that they have to maintain a valid status while here in Canada, but there is also a temporary public policy wherein in the duration from today or from last year, this year, January 30, no, last year, January 30, those who lost their status could be able to restore their status until August 31st of this year. So they have lots of time. But in situation wherein they could um, they could convert themselves to visitor, that won't matter, right? As long as they have legal status here in Canada. Let's say, worst scenario, they cannot extend their work permit because there's no employers. I, c- I could convert them to visitor with no problem. But this won't affect the schooling, correct?
You're right, Ms. Carazon. Let me add a little bit over there.
Okay.
Definitely, I'm not challenging your legal experience, but before getting into education, I had practiced immigration law for 20 years, so I definitely
Mhm.
carry a lot of experience in that as well.
Okay.
So, first thing which is very important to note is this public policy is dated sometime July last year.
Yeah, July 14 last year.
That is one thing to note.
Mm.
But the one thing which is very important to note is nothing is automatic. So if someone has lost status, government doesn't know that that person has lost the status. So if there is a situation where someone feels they have lost the status, they must make an application either under a new public policy, which is considered a TRP, temporary resident permit,
Yes.
or or maybe a study permit, or maybe a work permit. They can extend it, and that is definitely. But there is one thing which is very important to note: many foreign workers who are allowed to work and earn money, they can do so only if they have a valid work permit. If
Correct.
they change their status into a TRV, which is a visitor, as a
Mm.
visitor, they may be allowed to stay in Canada legally, but they're
Yes.
not allowed to work as a visitor. So it's very important to
Correct.
understand thin border lines.
Mm.
Whereas if they change their status from, let's say, worker to study, is the same fee, everything in person, that is going to allow them to work for 20 hours a week legally without getting a work permit. So it's very important to strategically look into what option is best for your clients and students, and then you go from there.
Yeah. To add on that, Mr. Muhammad, because converting your worker to a study permit, it could be somewhat difficult because you have to meet its eligibility. Number one is proof of funds.
No, actually, let me share that also with you,
Mm-hmm.
especially for applicants who are in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the policy, not even during the COVID, but even prior to that, also the last
Okay.
5, 10 years, I've hardly seen any applicant, being asked by the IRCC to provide a bank statement when they're changing status. So all you have to do is just make a statement that how much money or funds available you have and in what form. And I think applicants used to simply mention $5,000, $2,000 cash, and there was not a single applicant which was refused based on
Oh,
not having proof of funds at
okay.
all. And
Mm-hmm. Very good.
especially, let's say if you talk about your question is valid, your point is valid, because when you apply for a college admission and study, and there are fees associated with that, but that also goes back to what kind of arrangement you can make with the university or college. Forget about CAM College. If you get admission in any other college, and the college give you enrollment contract indicating that you can pay the fee in installments,
Mhm.
well, you don't need to have upfront tuition fee at all.
Very good. Okay. Okay, I have few questions from our viewers. Okay, from BC Pinoy. You mentioned about temporary foreign nationals in Canada. Is it required for them to apply for study permit to be accepted in your college, specifically for PSW?
Absolutely not. Actually, you do not require a study permit of any kind, regardless if you are in Canada or outside Canada, to study online. You do require a study permit or study visa if you're attending a college in person.
Okay, thank you. Another question is, do you have any from Levam Sagil? What courses they offer? So, is there any other online, 100% online course that is offered by Khan College for them to choose from? Let's say because some are already nurses from back home, and they don't like to enroll at PSW. Is your school does have any other online 1 year courses, 100% online courses where they could enroll?
Yes, actually, we do have, and especially specifically if the need is to meet this immigration-related post-secondary school or diploma or education or equivalency. We do offer, if you go to our CAM College website page and visit the program list, you will find the complete program detail with the fees and duration, everything. But to share with you very quickly, we have one program which is called Database Development Administration Program. It's an excellent program. Nowadays, hospitals, clinics, family clinics, and such places where actually PSWs or nurses are hired, they're all computerized. And this program is going to help them a lot to understand how to manage and handle the database. It is definitely an added, I would say, skill in their training if they have to have that. We do have another program, which is actually occupational health and safety program. There is a list of program, but I think it all depends what they want to learn, what they want to get training upon. And we have, I think, 3 or 4 online programs which are ongoing at this time.
So, okay, just in case they go onto the website, we could verify with you, Mr. Muhammad, whether that course they choose is 100% online because we want to
Yes.
make sure that
Yes.
our
Oh,
girls
our
will.
website is very clear.
Mm,
Each program has its own page. We are very transparent. We don't hide the fees. We don't hide anything. So right up front, you will see if this is offered in person, online, or both.
oh,
And that's
okay.
what you have to pay attention.
Okay, so if we say online, meaning it's 100%, right?
It is 100% online.
Because there are courses wherein there are 80% online and 20% in class. So
No, that
is
is not
that
the
right?
courses. So let me clarify that requirement also. The
Mm.
Ministry of Education, again, we have as college, not only CAM College, all universities and colleges, they have to follow the regulations of each province. Ministry of Education in Ontario defines the online education as such, where some kind of live attendance is mandatory. So when it comes to live attendance, that means 80% could be self-study, where students don't have to attend any live interactive session, but 20% is still required. Again, that is again live interaction. 20%, for example, whatever we're doing now, this is live interaction. If you have a chat service like WhatsApp, and if the instructor is actually chatting with you, that is live interaction. Again, it is not in person. It is live interactive 20% requirement.
No, what I'm saying, Mr. Muhammad, is that there is in class. So, meaning the students will come to your school inside the classroom and perform that, let's say, practicum or lab or exams, because there are colleges offered around the area wherein they offered online course, but during exams they have to go to the classroom, to the school. So I said, if that happens, if there is even there is only 1 day of class appearance, you would need a study permit if the course is more than 6 months.
I think
And
I had answered this question previously, but let me reiterate and be clear very openly once again. And let me put this on the record.
mhm,
None of Can College online program, especially this PSW program, has any component or requirement where a student is required to attend in person for any purpose. Not only practicum, not only exam, nothing. So everything is 100% online. So there is no in person. No one is going to ask you to come to the college for exam or practicum, anything. You don't even have to go for practicum or on-site training, even anywhere else. So everything is online.
okay.
I can't talk about any other college, but this is Can College, and this is how our program is developed.
Okay, girls, you have heard Mr. Mohammed confirming and reiterating again that this is 100% online course. So you don't have to worry about that there is classroom appearance and that it will not be considered as 1 year post-secondary. Okay, Mr. Muhammad, we have another question from our viewers. Say we enroll from Francesca Banyes. Say we enrolled, graduated as a PSW in your college in Ontario. Would other province recognize it?
Yes, actually, you'll be amazed to know that uh, in Canada, immigration law is actually a federal law, and it is actually applied by the federal government. So your visas and work permits and everything are governed by the federal legislation. Education is individual, let's say, province-based jurisdiction law. So now, let's say if you have a secondary school, let me put it this way for easy understanding. Let's say if there is a student who has graduated from a high school in British Columbia, well, there is an agreement, reciprocal agreement all over Canada, then all provinces and their schools will accept that school's secondary school certificate. It is definitely an agreement between the provinces where this is happening. Exactly in the same way, Can College diploma is a government of Ontario approved diploma. It is not a just self-created diploma. So this is an approved program, and this is acceptable all over Canada by any other colleges or universities. For example, if someone is going to apply in any other university and college, and they are using the Can College diploma as their one of the academic credentials, yes, it is acceptable as it was taken from a Canadian college anywhere in any province, in any city.
Okay, Francesca. So you heard Mr. Muhammad that whether or not, whether which province you are located and you completed this PSW course, which is an Ontario based program, then this will be recognized within Canada. Within Canada, meaning all the provinces of Canada,
And also federally, because I think
federally too.
her point may be connected to her immigration application or such other requirement, as I mentioned earlier, because the federal law, so the federal government is going to accept a post-secondary school diploma, no matter from which province and city in Canada it is taken.
Okay. So, is there any more questions from the viewers? No more. Okay, Mr. Muhammad, I guess and I believe you have explained yourself thoroughly in behalf of the school. So we will give you updates. We'll send you emails on how these girls responded to our program today,
No
and
problem.
I believe some are ready to do that. And thank you very much for your time,
You're
and
welcome, Ms. Carazon.
we'll see you again.
You're more than welcome. And if anyone has any question, please contact Ms. Carazon, and she was going to contact the college. And I hope you're in good hands. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mohammed. You have a great day.
Good too.
Thank you. Okay, shout out muna tayo sa ating mga viewers. Theodora Gazer, Juliet Gorgod, Cheche, Diana Betita, Jessie Vanya, Leogardo Ilaw, Vivian Perez, Panong, Wayne, Olivas Nicole, Erna Omenes, Pupukendong, Irene Cruz, Saimer Facun, Chu Lula, Dani Orbilo, Tessie Bolilo, AJ Murphy, Jenny La Fuente, Kathy Bogayong, Rayelo Selegna, IELTS SD, Cassandra Cunanan, Marivic Peralta, Annalyn Cordero, Rani Ran, Levan Sagil, Vivian Agulo Perez, Rhoda Pamplona, Amelia Mateo, Neats Dismo, Divine Centeno, Joan Caballero, Doy Joy, Vanessa Panganiban, Casey Enrico, Yerus I, Puchi Abuenga, Lilet, Shela Labrador, Bonksky Boggs, Rebecca Abanyano, Muhammad Ali, Seden Maricel Cosme, PB Courts, DC Pinoy, Olive AC Caballero, Lori Mangawil, Lut Claro, Geraldine Secker, Pamsha, Imim Marites, Babieto Address, Rana Amore, Carmen Batona, Marivic Peralta, Levan Sagil, and Avi Lucky Jake. Wow, thank you, Ma'am Cora. So guys, to sum it up, this is a 100% online course. Kaya ito is equivalent to 1 year post-secondary pagka na-complete nyo. And at the same time, since there is no study permit needed, you could continue working. So sa isang araw daw, yung modules daw is between 4 to 5 hours. So you could access that anytime during the day. So kailangan makomplete natin ito, and there is an examination at the end of each module because before you will proceed to the next one. So I think this is very convenient, and sabi nila, this is the first approved 100% online course. Wala pang gumawa nito. And I believe so because wala pa akong nakitang college na nag-offer na ito. Last year pa sila nag-i-email sa akin na ganyan eh. So with the change ng 1 year post-secondary, I guess I have to share this to everyone na itong Khan College. Ang hirap nilang makontak, but napudpud na yung daliri ko, and finally I was able to contact them, and they gave me a number wherein it won't be difficult for me to contact them. So pangalawa, yung tuition fee daw nila pwedeng 1 year. And isa pang importante rito, yung mga ready na, you could contact me and then give me, will register you, or you could register your name, register online, and just place my name as your representative so I could follow up para kung sakasakaling may problem, I could act on your behalf. Parang ina-appoint nyo ko as your representative all throughout. So if there are issues, I could be able to access on your under your behalf. Now, kapag ka nakakompleto tayo, sabing ganon, before within this, kasi nag-end na raw ng 15 yung registration, pero with our group, bibigyan nila ng extension para makapagpasa and to start January 29. Otherwise, yung mga hindi, they will have the chance to enroll next time, May 29. And then the next is September 29. So three schedules ang PSW course nila na online. So kung hindi tayo talaga makaabot ngayon, pwede tayo sa next time. And isang maganda, sabing ganun, hindi ka muna magbabayad. So mag-register ka, and then probably yung payment mo, we could have it arranged with them. Let's say wala ka pang pera ngayon, hindi mo na tayo magbabayad. Tapos hulugan natin next time, don't worry, I will be the one to make negotiations kung hindi pa kayo kaya magbayad or kung magkano lang muna ang kayang ibayad. We could have it arranged internally since Mr. Muhammad has given us a priority and considered special because we did this live for them. And kung sakasakali, um, maraming mga nagtatanong na noon hindi papaano nagtatrabaho sila, papaano silang kikita. So this is your best opportunity dun sa mga hindi nakakompleto ng 24 months, ng 1 year post-secondary. And for those na gusto mag-take ng PSW online, miski namitan nila yung ECA while waiting for their decision, you could still enroll and take advantage of this very, very attractive tuition fee payment scheme. Okay, so another shout out, Divine Centeno, YM Ozir, Joyce Antonio, Samson Valerio, Camille Bumanglag, Cheryl Pajo, Pam Sia, Matt Anoli. Okay, so this online course could be taken ng mga applicants within Canada or outside Canada. So sabi naman nila kapag yung mga outside Canada, kung gusto nila magkaroon ng 1 year post-secondary, pwede rin ito na maging certificate nyo because this will be recognized federally. So yung mga naka second year college lang dun sa atin, which is considered high school lang, pag nag-online ka dito, so this is considered 1 year post-secondary, so papasok ka na sa new pilot requirements under education. And kung sakasakali man na wala tayong, hindi daw natapos yung high school natin, so meron daw mature student assessment test. So pagka hindi, meron sa akin nag-message na grade 11 lang siya. So this is your chance na ma-considered ka as mature student. So pag sinabing mature student, hindi mo kailangan maging graduate ng high school. Yung mga mature student, ang mga ages nila is 18 and above. So kapag wala kang high school equivalency, talagang malas, let's say grade 10 or grade 11 ka lang, this is your chance para ma-consider na mature student kasi yung mature student recognized yan sa Canada na nakatapos ka ng high school kapag ka nag-write ka ng mature student examination or test, then pumasa ka, you will be given a certificate na parang JED yan dito sa mga yung mga hindi nakatapos ng high school, pwedeng mag-write or mag-aral nito at pag nakapasa, considered as high school equivalent na sila. So for those who are not really meeting the ECA, this is your chance. This is your very chance na iayos na itong inyong education. So you could contact me via Facebook Messenger. My number 416-795-2672. 416-795-2672, or if you're around the area, you could visit my office, 3770 Butter Street, second floor. I am in the intersection of Butters and Wilson. Okay, another shout out, Joyce Lusong, Antonio, Jasmine Reyes. Great information. Thank you sa inyong lahat. Joan Alcantara, Marilyn Garcia. Okay, guys, I guess this is the end of our presentation. And if you have more questions, more queries, feel free to call me. Feel free to message me. Kung hindi ko man kayo masagot, definitely I will get back to you within 24 hours. Okay, habol, Cheryl Amon, Irene Cruz, Ejob Cruz. Okay, thank you very much, guys. And again, thank you for I Love TV. I love it. So every time Immigration and You will be aired on this network. So please like and share the page so everybody could benefit on this free presentation, and first-hand information. Again, ito po si Corazon Ilaw, Regulated Canadian Immigration Consultant. Nagsasabi pong maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy na pagtangkilik at pagsubaybay. Mabuhay world, mabuhay Canada.